Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, I haven't done a live in a long time. Hi, Justin. How are you? So, I thought I'd just come on here and do a live since it's been so long and it is almost New Year's Eve, right? One day away. About to embark on 2025. Yes. I hope all is well with you too, Justin, and everyone else. Yeah, so I came across this article, last weekend. I was thinking of what to do a reading on. And, with Harry's court cases coming up, I decided let's look at. I knew I had these old clips of the Sussex Squad. I said, let me just push together the agenda that Harry and Meghan have. One of the agendas, but the main one, which is attacking the British press, British media. And then I see this in the news today on the Daily Mail. This article. And by the way, the last video I did where I showed the clips proving that the Sussex Squad are constantly just attacking the mainstream, journalists in Britain and the British media, I updated it in tomorrow morning's video with more recent clips. I mean, they're still doing the same exact thing, So I go through, one of their, Sussex squatters and just dissect it and once again the same exact thing and they lay it all out. I mean they don't hide it. They're like, oh, this is what we're doing, we're going after the British media, and they're doing it for Harry and Meghan, and everyone knows that the Sussex Squad are supported by, paid by, and Harry and Meghan call them, Harry and Meghan thank them, Harry and Meghan match their donations, Harry and Meghan invite the Sussex Squad to Invictus Games to Nigeria. I mean, Harry and Meghan and the Sussex Squad are one. Everybody knows that. Everybody. And for some reason, they're, I don't know, Harry and Meghan just won't say anything about it. Like, try to pretend that there's nothing there when everyone knows they're working together. And of course, the Sussex Squad have been very abusive to people. And Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are lecturing us day in, day out, not only about carbon, but also about disinformation. I mean, Harry is working at the Aspen Institute, all this disinformation out there. Well, don't you know, their own Sussex Squad are spreading disinformation. Right? So it turns out that Christmas card, that AI generated Christmas card, came from the Sussex Squad, who are funded by and supported by, and go to Harry and Meghan's Invictus Games and pay for pictures of Harry, post for pictures of Harry and Meghan. So Harry and Meghan's Sussex Squad are releasing AI generated Christmas card of Archie and Lilibet that was going around. And luckily, the others were not. They were caught out very quickly that this was AI. And no, it's sick. It's really, but not only that, it's sick and twisted. I mean, you might say like, okay, well, they're just these overzealous fans, and they wanted to do what they thought a card would look like. I mean, how pathetic is that? That Harry and Meghan can't release a Christmas card with the children's pictures. That their own pathetic fans have to sit there and make an AI generated one. I mean, that's pretty sad. I mean, how old are Archie and Lilibet now? I have no idea. What, 5 and 3 or 4 and 6? I have no idea how old they are. We never see them. But they keep them hidden, and so much so their fans have to make an AI generated card like this. Hi, Margie. Happy New Year's. Yes, you too. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, but I mean, how pathetic is this whole situation? that their Sussex Squad do this. So not only did they make this fake card, Harry and Meghan's Sussex Squad, they put it out like it's real. You have P. Dinah asking people, "What's your thoughts on this?" She didn't know, I guess. And yeah, and the Daily Mail is calling them out. They're like, "The Sussex Squad did this. Harry and Meghan's Sussex Squad did this." I mean, wow. Never any repercussions for the Sussex Squad. They get, us deplatformed, us losing our accounts. They have their Sarah data and whoever their buddies there at YouTube that they contact and get us deplatformed and deranked. Well, they just do whatever they want. They just harass whoever they want. They make fake cards and spread it around, pretending it's Harry and Meghan's children. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. And even when they were called out in the mainstream media, I mean, the mainstream media has been complaining about them for years. They've caused so many journalists to lose their jobs with their mass reporting at Ofcom and whatnot. So, I mean, they're really vicious, and they get away with everything, don't they? There's these criminals, this two-tier justice system here, and Sussex Squad could do whatever they want. Big tech supports them, and Harry and Meghan support them and all their criminality. Harry and Meghan are behind them, and they Harry and Meghan are never held to account for this either. I mean, Harry and Meghan, they give interviews every other day. They're sitting on a stage giving interviews for whatever nonsensical reason. They have nothing to talk about that's worthwhile. Let me fix this. It's a little too close. This screen. Oh, way too far away. Let me get my green screen. Sorry, technical difficulties here. Please bear with me. There you go. Let's see, it looks a little better. Maybe not. Still working I still have difficulties with green screen. I'll tell you, still working my way around this advanced technology. Okay, that looks a little better. All right. Kind of pull it out far enough, but not too far. Kind of try to get it just right. Anyhow, luckily it's been pretty warm here the past couple of days. Thankfully, we haven't been too cold. I hope everybody else is nice and warm where they are. So yeah, I thought so. Keeping that in mind, that the Sussex Squad can do whatever they want and get away with everything, and they're BLM, socialists with Harry, Meghan, and Misan Harriman, and Fulani Ngozi, the whole gang. They're all related, one big gang. It seems in 2025 we're getting a new regime. There's a regime change. And one that Harry and Meghan doesn't like, as we know. So maybe that's going to be spelling doom and gloom for the Sussex Squad. Harry and Meghan aren't going to do well. Sussex Squad aren't going to be doing well. So yeah, so maybe I should start off with that. How are things going to go for the Sussex Squad in 2025? Are they finally after 6 years, 7 years? 7 years, basically. We're going on almost 10 years in a few years. Are the Sussex Squad finally going to get some comeuppance this year? Because I think even the court systems, Harry with his $1 million of lawsuits, nonsense lawsuits, he has no evidence of anything. We've looked at it. Harry is just going to court and saying, I'm just doing this to try to some facts, to try to get some evidence. He has no evidence of any of the things that he's accusing the newspapers of. So I'm wondering, will this be a bad year for the Sussex Squad? Yes. Thank you, Justin. Yes. I go with the flow with the technical difficulties. I'm a pro by now. I've been doing this for a while. Just this past week, I've had all these. My light broke. My my what do you call it, ring light and everything. I'm getting up with duct tape. Everything can be fixed with duct tape, right? So I think one of those weeks, everything's going wrong on me. Anyways, not that wrong, just little things, nothing major. But anyways, let's look at 2025. I'm gonna start with that. Yeah, let me know if there's something you want me to read on. Let me know. I'm open to doing other readings. Yes, Happy New Year, Sally. Happy New Year, everyone. Yes, I'm looking forward to 2025. Let's hope it's better. Well, one way we'll know if 2025 is better for us is if it's worse for the Sussex Squad. And it's worse for Harry and Meghan. I mean, man, those people have raked in the dollars. Talk about all the money. I wonder how much money they've made with all their YouTube accounts. They're all monetized. And with all the money they get from Harry and Meghan, I mean, they're flying to Invictus Games. It's Nigeria. I mean, I assume Harry and Meghan are also putting them up in a hotel somewhere, and they're getting paid, no doubt. I'm like, wow, they've made quite a good living here being a Sussex squatter. I'm wondering if maybe I'm on the wrong side. Maybe I better join the Sussex squatters and just get paid to tweet pictures of Harry, Meghan, and Princess Diana. I mean, if it's paying well, why not, right? You can't. They seem quite happy with the money they're making there. As it says to me, well, and I keep getting deplatformed and demonetized. Man, can't remember the last time I was monetized. Anyhow, Let's see what the year is going to be like for the Sussex squad. What's 2025 going to be like for them? She said, "You think they come out against whatever they're guilty of?" Exactly. Uh huh. Mess with the SEO. Uh huh. It's going to be worse for them. It seems. I hope you're right. We'll see here. Yeah, not worth it. Yeah, you're right, Lee. I was just kidding. But I mean, they're the ones that have all the they've, at least for the past 4 years, they've had all the protection. They do whatever they want, making all this money. They never get deplatformed. They gang up together, and with their connections in Google, with Sarah Data and whoever else, they get whoever they want deplatformed. I mean, the power, the unrestrained power they've had, and Harry and Meghan don't do anything, and it seems like nobody can touch them. Right? They're above reproach. They're above the law. They do whatever they want, and they're loving it. They've been loving it. They've been so empowered, so arrogant. I mean, they put on their website, "We're undefeated." I mean, they have just the biggest bullies. They are the biggest bullies, and that's another thing. Harry and Meghan talk about, oh, school bullying. Oh, bullying is a problem. They fund and work with the biggest bullies on the internet, which is the Sussex Squad. They're the biggest bullies of journalists. I mean, professional journalists. Decades of experience. They're harassing and mistreating and maligning and defaming and doxing. I mean, they suffer no repercussions at all. It's unbelievable. And look what they did to Catherine. Look how they treated Princess Catherine over the past year while she suffered with health issues. I mean, and they get away with it. I mean, have they suffered any repercussions whatsoever, the Sussex Squad, at all for harassing a sick woman? And they still, nothing happens to them. They keep going. Nothing happens. They're just these terrorists, do whatever they want to do. And now they spread a fake Christmas card, and Harry and Meghan support this. Harry and Meghan support the idea of having these people make a fake AI Christmas card to see who they can fool, who they can laugh at. I'm sure they were hoping that people would believe it was real. Oh, here's the secret Christmas card. And then they could just be laughing, cackling in the back, saying, aha, the fools believed it. So let's see. I think I've shuffled enough. Let's see. How is 2025 going to be for the Sussex Squad, the Satanist socialists of the Sussex Squad? That's what SS really stands for, satanic socialists, what they really are. But anyways, I digress. That's the leadership of it is. Let's see, my opinion, allegedly. Harry and Meghan, not Harry and Meghan, Harry and Meghan's Sussex Squad. How is this 2025 going to be for them? It's not starting off well with the way the Daily Mail is calling them out. And the Daily Mail is making multiple articles saying the Sussex Squad did this. So they're getting called out. Let's see. How's it going to go? Let's see what the cards show. Sussex Squad. This is the year they'll finally get their comeuppance of what they deserve. Or they going to continue slithering around, getting away with their lies and their nastiness and their abuse of people. They're still going to get away with it. Let's find out. So this is the past. The energy is coming into 2025. Two of Wands reversed. Plans not going as well as hoped. Wheel of Fortune. Well, they have been very lucky so far up until this point. Luck has been on their side with the Biden regime in office. The globalists funded. I told you they made tons of money. They're really raking it. If you knew how much money they made, I think that's what I'd say. You'd be tempted. You'd be like, what? Because they're supported by the globalists in general, not just Harry and Meghan, but Harry and Meghan are globalists. But they made a lot of money. I mean, look at as of up to 2021, they raised over $600,000. Now, you tell me, if you put out a fundraiser on Twitter right now and said, hey, I'm raising money for this, good cause. It wasn't even a good cause they're raising it for. They're raising it for Archie's birthday or Lilibet's second birthday. And will Piers get his revenge? What revenge does Piers want? You mean on Harry? Harry wants to get him arrested. I know that. Yeah, they made a ton of money up until now. They're flush with cash. I hope they've been saving it away. It might not last forever because they've had all the strength here. Like I was saying, they're above the law. They had all the power. They could do whatever they want. And if you criticize them, you were racist. Anyone who criticized Meghan Markle was racist. And then the big tech companies bent the knee for it, right? Because this is all with the BLM stuff going on, the communist, Marxist, BLM, and a lot of the Sussex Squad are. And so they're pushing their agenda there. And of course, the Diana Award, they're also pushing that same critical race theory, which is nothing but teaching racism to people to be racist. And the Sussex Squad are all involved in that. High priestess. Oh, a lot of secrets, a lot of things to come out that they're holding on to. There's a lot they know, a lot of secrets, secretive activities. Of course, they do a lot of things that with Christopher Boozy and others going on, the bots they use. Oh, and there's Harry, King of Pentacles. Yeah, so Harry is really very tied to them. They influence him because the Sussex Squad pushed the agendas for Harry's paranoia, keeping him paranoid that Prince William's after them and the Kensington Palace is after them. The British media is trying to destroy Harry and Meghan's relationship. Don't you know? The British media wants Harry and Meghan to divorce. It's true. The Sussex Squad say so. I'm like, really? Really? And they're pushing this. And I think Harry actually believes it. Just like he believes that he's in danger and that what happened to his mother will happen to Meghan if the British media continue to exist. I mean, it's so ridiculous. But they keep this lie going even up until today. I mean, you can just watch their videos. They're still spouting this nonsense. So these cards are, again, the energy is coming in to 2025. And they show a lot of strength here, a lot of luck, a lot of dumb luck. They've been very lucky so far. They made a lot of money, a lot of support, a lot of secretive activities of what they've been doing and who they really are and how they're connected. Because I believe they're directly connected to Misan Harriman. They're very supportive of him. And Fulani Ngozi, who we know are also pushing the race card with the BLM, socialist, Marxist agenda there. So I think that's why there's a lot of secret, and also with the government. I think that Harry and Meghan did a lot with the Biden regime. And of course, the CIA with Renee DiResta and the other ones. So a lot of secretive activity, powerful secretive forces behind the Sussex Squad and Harry and Meghan working together there. And Harry, because of Harry, of course. Harry is the royal connection, and he's the reason that the Sussex Squad have the power that they have. And it's also the reason Meghan has the power that she has. Yeah, I hope H loses his court case, but you never know, right? The son of the king, right? He hasn't suffered any consequences so far. I mean, he lied to the New York Police Department and claimed to have been in a 2-hour car chase. I mean, and what? How does the police respond in New York? Oh, we'll up your security. Yeah, he gets in no trouble for that ridiculous lie. Yeah. So, how are things going to go in general? So, this is energies. They've been very lucky so far, made a lot of money. How are things going right now, going into 2025? Ooh, Knight of Cups. A lot of lies, a lot of secret attacks here. I mainly see this as they're being emotionally abusive to people. I mean, trying to fool people about children on a card is just unnecessary. Like they do all these despicable things and they're going to try to justify it, but really they were trying to get people talking. They were trying to instigate us. I mean, we were being teased or provoked or however by the Sussex Squad. They created this card, which is like Knight of Cups reverse, making a fake Christmas card, and they're dangling it out there and waiting to see if you take the bait. Really sick, twisted stuff, and that's exactly what Harry and Meghan are about, particularly Meghan, in my opinion. And going, oh, see, yeah, they are bonded with Harry and Meghan tighter than ever. Harry and Meghan and the Sussex Squad are one. They love each other. Harry loves his Sussex Squad. He loves attacking people. I think Harry and Meghan probably take on Sussex Squad accounts. I would believe that now there's what they do lives. The Sussex Squad do a lot of lives, and people donate a lot of money. So they not only have monetized YouTube accounts, but they get a lot of donations from people. And I tend to think that Harry and Meghan are on there donating to them as well. So I think Harry and Meghan are very much love watching the Sussex Squad videos because they're all very flattering to them naturally, over the top, and as well. So I do see Harry and Meghan love having their Sussex Squad, and they do everything together. Yeah. So very tight going into it with their deception, with their lies. They're both saying the same lies. Sussex Squad supports their lies and puts out more lies. Actually, come to think of it, a photoshopped Christmas card or an AI Christmas card sounds like something Meghan would do. And the fact that the Sussex Squad put it out, and they work so closely with Harry and Meghan, I get the feeling Meghan made that card and gave it to the Sussex Squad to put out. Like, here, you can use this card. Put this one out. So Harry and Meghan pretend like they're not on social media, so they always have somebody else do it. And I guess they didn't want to use Omid for this one because then Omid would get, his feet to the fire on it. So they gave it to the Sussex Squad to do it. But you know how Meghan is with her photoshopping and her fake AI pictures. I kind of think it's Meghan behind it. What else do we see here is going on right now? Queen of Swords. Yeah, they are still in fight mode and enjoying it and want to continue it. They are on top of their game. They just love making up lies. I mean, oh my goodness, wait till you see, if you watch the video I do tomorrow morning, I expose so many lies. They just tell lie after lie after lie. They're twisting every narrative. It's unbelievable. And if people actually listen to them and believe them, it's really sick twisted how they twist everything. So they are continuing more. They definitely plan. They're not stopping. They're always going to continue. They love what they do. They've been making tons of money. They're having a ball over there. Oh, look at that. Two of Swords. But I see some difficult decisions here. I see that they may be stopped from something. They may be facing some blockages, but it's a minor arcana. So I do get the idea here that I notice I haven't noticed any reaction from them yet about their AI card that they put out. But I do get something here that they're not allowed to broach a topic or something not allowed to say. But I guess some kind of blockage here, some kind of something stopping them. But a minor thing, not like a major. Her Empress, so still going strong here. They're still flourishing, doing well, quite comfortable with what they've accomplished. They get a lot of support from Harry and Meghan. And King of Swords, the criminal mindset. Oh, this I see as Byline Times. Have you noticed they've been pushing Harry and his criminal buddies newspaper, Byline Times? So I see that they're going to be pushing that out a lot too as well. If go do a search on DuckDuckGo about Harry's court case, and you'll see Byline Times, which is not a real newspaper, they just made it up recently in the past year with convicted criminals who went to prison for phone hacking. Harry is funding them and working with them, and they starting this paper, the Byline Times, and the Sussex Squad pushed this newspaper. Right, the Sussex Squad criticized every single newspaper out there. But the Byline Times, they promote it and say, oh, look at this article in the Byline Times. And every article in there is lies from Harry and Meghan, total lies pushing their narrative. And it's being, promoted as a news source. It's really, it comes up in search results. So Harry's misinformation with his newspaper and with the Sussex Squad pushing it, it's getting traction. It's getting more and more traction over the years. Yeah. Yeah, those cards were done in Canva. I don't know if Meghan did it or the Sussex Squad. The Daily Mail said the Sussex Squad did it. I believe the Sussex Squad posted it, but it's possible Meghan did it. Made the card. I don't know. But I mean, an AI card like that. I mean, I know you can design a card, but somebody had to make the AI picture there. I mean, this is really stupid. I mean, what the hell? You know what I mean? Look how Harry and Meghan just twist their roles they pretend to be royals, and yet they don't want to do something as simple as put up a Christmas card with their children's pictures. Normal people with real children love to put their children on a Christmas card. They're proud to do that. They can't, they send them out to everyone. But oh no, not Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan have an AI with weird looking children, and they have their Sussex squad put it out. I mean, it's such a mind effery going on here. Yeah. All right. So how's the future going to go in with the? So now this, I see the lovers with the being quiet about something, not talking about something. With the criminal men down here, I see it as them working close with Byline Times, doing more with them. Um, yeah. Now let's see what else. How are things going to go in 2025 in general? Ooh, Queen of Wands reversed. Well, it's going to be a tough year for Megalodon, and I think the Sussex Squad are going to have a tough time supporting her or trying to defend her with her activities because she is coming out with that cooking show, and we all know it's going to be a disaster, just like the polo. So that's going to be a tough time for the Sussex Squad trying to support and justify that upcoming disaster. Knight of Wands. Oh, they're going to be out and about in force with Invictus and with Meghan. They're going to have a busy year. They're going to be working hard. They're going to be attacking the Knight here. And of course, Wands is social media. So they're going to be out fighting. They're going to be more obnoxious than usual in fight mode, especially for Megalodon, whose cooking show, no doubt, is going to sink to the bottom of the Netflix list. Yeah, they got their work cut out for them the coming year because Harry and Meghan, they're going to lose that Netflix deal because everything they put out is crap. Even bringing Nacho out with the polo didn't work, Nothing's working. So if Meghan thinks the cooking show is going to save her, yeah, she's got another thing coming, I think. Yeah. And then what else? So but they're going to be in attack mode as usual. They love to attack. It's what they do. And then we got, temperance. Oh my. So again, I get the idea of working very closely with Harry and Meghan. They're trying to pretend like Harry and Meghan's marriage is just fine and everything's wonderful, and it's the British media trying to separate them. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan, that might be what they're not talking about, is that Harry and Meghan have been and will continue to be leading separate lives more and more. But the squad are going to pretend like, oh no, they're still very much together. They're the ideal couple here. They're so in love, so I do see that going on, as well as being Nine of Cups, over the top, arrogant. They're going to be as arrogant as ever over the next year, getting away. They've gotten away with so much, and they continue to get away with all the funding and support they get. So their arrogance continues, and I also see this working closely together with big tech as well. Their connections there, their secret connections. And that makes them arrogant as well because they don't worry about being deplatformed or demonetized because they just do whatever they want and they don't have to worry about it. Big tech has their back. YouTube specifically. One big party here. Over the top, obnoxious. They're just going to be getting away with everything. But Ten of Pentacles reversed. Oh my. Yeah, but I see a loss of funding here. I see a loss of money in 2025. I don't think 2025 is going to be such a good year as it has been in the past. I think they're going to be finding out that Harry and Meghan are really stingy, or Harry and Meghan maybe can't pay them, won't pay them, or maybe they somehow lose their funding with big tech. I don't know. But I do get that money is not going to be as flush as it was before. So they're going to be continuing being as obnoxious as ever and getting away. But they're going to have a tough time with Meghan. They're going to be over the top, and they're going to be, not doing so well financially. Not going to be a good year for them. All right, Meghan are going to be stingy. Meghan is known to be extremely stingy. I read that the reason she couldn't get a CEO for her American Riviera Orchard is because Meghan expected people to work for free for her. And this is from Crazy Days and Nights. This isn't from a tabloid. And Crazy Days and Nights knows what he's talking about. He has the real connections. And so he's saying that Meghan does not want to pay for a CEO. That she expects them to work for her for free for the honor of working for Harry and Meghan. Like, seriously? Yeah. So, I mean, Meghan is really stingy. She doesn't want to pay anyone. So Harry is paying all the bills on this. Harry's the one paying the Sussex squad. But if Harry's going to lose another court case, which we know he is, we know he's going to lose it. He lost it last year. He's pushing it again. It's ridiculous. Um, he's going to lose money, so he's going to be, probably not paying for the Sussex squad. I think the Sussex squad are going to find themselves getting cut out. Yeah, some of them might be losing their jobs. Yeah. So they're going to be as obnoxious as usual, but it's going to be a tough year for them, for Harry and Meghan and them. Even with all of the support they get behind the scenes with big tech and their buddies who work there again, like Sarah Data and others, it's going to be a worse year financially for them. I think it's going downhill. I don't think that everybody knows who they are, who they're paid by, who they work for. Everyone knows Harry and Meghan's behind them. And I think Harry and Meghan may be wanting or needing to separate themselves because Harry and Meghan, they were arrogant in the beginning. They thought they were going to take on Hollywood and take over and be big stars. And instead, they've been dropped by Spotify. Everything they made for Netflix is crap. So it's not going well for them there. So the Sussex Squad are not going to help them. It only makes things worse, really. So, but they're going to be figuring that out this year. So I think that this year is going to be tougher on the Sussex Squad financially. And I think that, but they're arrogant. They think that they just keep on doing what they're doing and they think it's okay. They don't see anything wrong with the way they tear down journalists and make fun of them and sit around being nasty all the time to just people who are working hard doing their jobs. They have no respect, no true work ethic. They don't respect journalists, of course, because Prince Harry pays them to attack the journalists, and everybody knows it now. And enough is enough. People have had enough of them. Yeah, so I think that things are going to get worse, start crumbling this year. Very tough year, I think, for Meghan for sure, and Harry, I'm sure as well. Yeah, Jam Scam did a great vid on a Christmas card. Uh-huh. Okay. I didn't see that. I don't know who that is. All right, so that's what I see for the Sussex squad. Well, somebody had a suggestion here. Let me see here. I never used Canva for that. I mean, I've seen Canva before, but I'm not interested in using that hard software. My own software I use, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it is going to be a bad year for Meghan for sure. So let me see here. What was the questions I had? Will Omid cast Meghan in his movie? Yeah, I heard about that. Can you believe Omid Scobie is making a movie based on Meghan, of course, about a girl, a publicist. Instead of an actress, she's a publicist. And she marries into the royal family and she takes it over and wins everybody over. It's like, I guess it's got like a Disney feel to it. Like it has a happy ending, unlike what Meghan did. and Omid's fantasy, the publicist marries into the royal family and it works out like a dream. She shows everybody the way. She teaches the royal family how they should be, and the royal family says, "Oh yes, you're so wonderful. We're so lucky that our son married you." That's how it's going to be. I'm sure Meghan wanted to be in it, right? Meghan's desperate for a job right now. All right, shall we look at Omid Scobie's movie? I guess we have to look at that, huh? But what a lose. I mean, you know what? I've got to tell you, if you look at his Instagram account, I don't look at it very often, but just around Christmas time, I was looking at the Instagram accounts to see who wished anyone a Merry Christmas. And of course, none of these Satanists did. But anyways, I looked at his account, and the first thing I thought was, this guy has made a deal with the devil. He has sold his soul to the devil. This is what happens when you make a deal with Satan and you sell your soul, because he's like living the high life. I mean, he's gone from nothing to being this plastic, he's like living in Hollywood. He's got a great apartment, going out to the inn places, but it's like, it's so empty. It's so creepy. I mean, he's creepy, and his life, this looks creepy, and the whole blog looks creepy. And it's just like, it's Yeah, it's just, he's made his fortune from being the evil liar for Harry and Meghan. He's the boy of Harry and Meghan. I mean, all he did was lie for them in his book of lies. Meghan wrote for him, and he just goes around lying. And he accuses the king and Princess Catherine of racism, and then claims he didn't do it, and that the translator did it. I mean, he is a creepy little evil lying. And he gets a deal in Hollywood to make a movie. I mean, it's just like, oh, I mean, Hollywood's known to have a lot of there's a lot of Satanists out there. It's a very evil place. So, yeah, he's right at home there, of course. Those evil places on Earth. Like Jordan Maxwell talks about Hollywood. Hollywood is known traditionally to be they would that they use to conjure up spells to put people under, like the what do you call it, to just deceive people, to put people under a spell. That's the Hollywood. That's why it's named Hollywood. It goes back to like ancient times. I mean, there's serious ancient evil symbolisms and everything in Hollywood. Anyways, well, let's see. I mean, I'll use this deck instead. Actually, I'm going to change decks here. I use my black tarot for this. Talking about a guy, and I don't know. I was just looking at his Instagram, and I'm like, oh, he's just sold his soul to the devil, and he's like living the life of what you would get if you sold your soul. So, if you want to see what kind of life you'd live if you sold your soul to the devil, just look at Omid Scobie's Instagram, and you'll get the idea. I mean, it's just creepy. It's creepy. I mean, ugh. I mean, just how he did it, where he is today. So now he's got a movie coming out based on Meghan's life. I mean, the whole thing is based on Meghan. I mean, Omid Scobie, everything Omid Scobie does, he tries to look like Meghan Markle. He's copying her life. He's now making a movie based on her life. I mean, it's just so. I mean, how pathetic. His entire life is just Meghan, 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 Meghan. I mean, that's his whole career is based on Meghan, 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 Meghan. You know? So he has not one original thought in his head. It's like Meghan and Harry. None of them have any creative ideas. None of them have any original thoughts. They plagiarize everything. They just copy everything. And they're making millions of dollars doing it, which is in Hollywood. It's crazy. I'm not seeing any comments scrolling. I don't know if it's stuck or not. Sometimes the comments get stuck. So I make sure. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I can fix that. Are the comments stuck? No, maybe not. Okay, no, maybe not. Okay. Just nobody's commented. That's all right. I didn't see any comments flowing, so I thought maybe it's stuck. It gets stuck sometimes. Anyways, okay, let's see. Let's see how Omid Scobie's movie is going to do. Is Omid Scobie's movie going to be a success? Let's see. What do you think? I mean, who knows? It depends on who makes it. He's not making the movie. I think other people are making it. He just provided the story of it. I don't think he's actually, and supporting it. But I think real, talented people may be actually putting it together. So if he's out of it, it might be done well. If it's done by people with talent. I mean, if you have a really talented group of people, they can make any story good in a movie, right? It's all about what kind of talented people you have putting it together, which is why Harry and Meghan really have no excuse to be producing such crap when they could get the best talent in the world if they would pay for it. And that's the thing. Harry and Meghan, they're so stingy. They don't want to pay for anything. Meghan won't take direction from anybody. She won't listen to anyone. So now everything they do stinks. They should have the best shows on Netflix with the talent they could get at their disposal. They could get anybody, but they used to be able to get anybody. But now they're toxic, and now nobody wants anything to do with them. So they're definitely not going downhill from here. That's for sure. Let's see. It was Omid Scobie's movie. I can't believe he's making a movie. Like he's some kind of movie mogul here. He goes from writing crappy little articles in what was it, Men's Health or something. Now suddenly he's making movies in Hollywood, all because of Meghan, her story, how it should have gone, how the Meghan story was meant to go. Omid is making the movie about what was the real goal of the group, the CIA behind her in infiltrating the royal family, and how they had planned for it to work out rather than how it actually did work out. But yeah, to wait and see. I mean, who wants to see another movie about the Meghan story? I mean, oh my goodness, all the nonsense they come up with, unbelievable. Like, it would have to be really good for me to watch it. It would have to be because I'm not watching Netflix anyways. I don't have Netflix, so I don't know if it's on Netflix or something else. Oh, look at that moon. Yeah, it's going to be crazy with the publicity and controversial, and no doubt it's going to be full of lies. Like that's all Omid Scobie and the Sussex Squad do is lie and distort and push fake narratives. Whatever narrative Harry and Meghan are pushing at the moment. Mm. I bet you Meghan's involved in it. You know Meghan's involved in it. If Omid's doing this, Meghan is no doubt pulling the shots behind the scenes because Omid won't do anything without Meghan's approval. Omid Scobie is so far up Meghan Markle's butt, it's not even funny. So, I'm going to look too here if Meghan's involved in it. It may surprise us. You know what I was thinking, though? I was thinking if Omid Scobie's movie is more popular than Meghan and Harry's, like Polo and cooking show, because we all know the Polo show was a disaster. It didn't even get in the top 10. And the cooking show is probably going to be another disaster. But what if Omid Scobie's movie reaches the top 10? Can you imagine how Meghan would react to that if Omid Scobie's movie about her and her life goes in the top 10? I think that would be the end of that relationship, is what I'm thinking. Yeah. So it's going quiet, so not to get another mark against the channel. Thanks, Julia Justin. You can say what you want. It's not against you, it's me. They just don't like me. It's not you. I'm the one. I fully expect it to happen. Like I don't even expect to be around that long because I know how it is. I mean, I don't know what they never explained to me why. They just don't like me. It's just, the Sausage Squad have got the control with big tech and Harry and Meghan. And no matter what I do, I'm screwed, is what, that's what it comes down to. So I give up. Yeah, it's not easy being a tarot reader, I'm telling you. They don't like that I have my I predicted it lists. They don't like that I actually can do good readings. They don't want me to look good. They don't want to help me in my boosting my business. They just want to hurt me. So that's the way I look at it. It's what they're just attacking me and trying to. They're jealous. That's all it is. Just jealousy, baby. You know it. The jelly. All right, let's look at Omid. I actually kind of hope Omid's movie does well, so that Meghan freaks out because Meghan would go ape shit if Omid's movie does well. You know it. I would actually enjoy watching that. So let's see. Is Omid's movie gonna go well? Let's see what the cards show. Find out. How's Omid Scobie's movie gonna go? Let's see. Let's see what the cards show. Omid Scobie. But real quick before I do that, let me just pull out a truth oracle. I haven't done my oracles. He's a clown. Yeah, he's a clown doing a clown movie. That's for sure. Mirror. It's a mirror reflection of Meghan. And this is Omid. He's trying to look like Meghan, right? Everyone says that. All of his plastic surgery has made him look like Meghan. And I think that's he's like single. He's isolated there. He's totally isolated in LA. He doesn't really have any friends or anything. But he's doing well financially. I'll tell you what, he make a deal with the devil, and he's doing well with the money. He's doing much better than I think he thought he ever would. Yeah. Yeah. So general situation in the movie, the general situation with this movie. Well, he is working with the experts. He's got a lot of people helping him out doing this. So that works in his favor for sure. He's not like Meghan that doesn't listen to anybody and thinks they know best. Omid will listen and take their advice. Oh yeah. And it's going to be, I often see this as the royal family card, but I also see this as being ideal. It's going to make, this movie is going to make it look very Disney. I think it's going to be, they want to make people happy and love the movie and love the idea of this publicist marrying into the royal family and turning it into a huge success. So that they're doing a feel good movie, right? It's going to be like a Hallmark movie, has a happy ending, and everything goes great. Everyone's so nice at the end. Everybody forgives each other in the end. Happy ending. The bottom of the deck, Temperance. Yeah, they're pushing out the good vibes here, trying to bring peace. Because you know what? Okay, they want to bring. They're talking now, and other people have been saying this, like TRG and others, that Harry wants to go back to the royal family. So there's been a lot of commentators saying, before King Charles, King Charles isn't doing well. He should really, see his son, and they should try to make up and, just let bygones be bygones. And so I do get that that's the reason they're making this film. Part of the reason they Harry and Meghan do want half in, half out. And it's the only hope they have because they're sucking wind in LA. They're not doing well at all there. So I do get that's part of the reason they do want to try to bring the brothers together again with Meghan, and because Meghan wants to go back. Meghan wants to be a royal again. She wants to do it again. Yeah. Yeah. Bottom of it all. PR, the magician here. So they're really going to be pushing this movie hard. They may be even doing a lot of magic behind it, but Omid's going to have to really push this out. And of course, he will. He's going to be promoting himself and pushing out there. I'm sure the Sussex squad will be helping him out as well. Does he know that Sophie was doing PR and married a prince? The royal family loves her. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is going to be Sophie Mach 2, but a black Sophie. So now it's multicultural, You gotta get the race thing in there, that Meghan loves that. So the BLM thing, and then of course she's going to be be made queen because that's what they got to do. So yeah, so intersectionality, right? All the BS nonsense. But anyways, yeah, PR is going to be base of it. So I do get that. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah, Sophie does PR and she's doing quite well there. Yeah, Meghan should have learned a thing or two from her. And in fact, the Queen suggested that Meghan be trained by Sophie. Meghan, who later lied and claimed that nobody taught her anything. Well, Meghan was offered training by Sophie and she rejected it. Meghan rejected the training. But it looks like Meghan could have learned a thing or two or a million of things from Sophie. We all know, I suspect Meghan never intended to stay in the royal family. She just wanted to go back to LA and become a superstar like Angelina Jolie or something. Yeah, he did because the Wales children got so much positive attention. Oh, yeah, they're totally jealous of them. Harry especially. Harry knows he's fading away fast. Those, the Wales children are taking over. They're already on the cover of magazines. It's already happening. And the star, see, yeah, they're still trying to bring in the star power somehow, trying to make Meghan a star, trying to, because, when this movie comes out, Meghan's going to be giving her 2 cents about it, like how much of it is similar to what you went through, Meghan. So it's going to be a lot of that. And of course, Omid Scobie really feels like he should be a star, right? He feels like he should be the one, the center of attention. So he's really looking forward to this. And yeah, so this is his star moments. This is his claim to fame. Yeah, Rachel doesn't get a do-over. By the way, I hope you're right, Sally, but I don't know. The king is not doing well, so they may allow Harry back at least to see his father before the end. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I mean, Harry does look like he wants to go back. It really does look like that. I think he is very homesick. I don't think he really likes it in California. He certainly doesn't like being with Meghan. Who does? That's what I think. So, I mean, everything they do is just, photoshopped lie and disaster. So, and of course, with the new regime, the new presidency that we have, I think Harry is ready to run out of the country too, as well. So, multiple reasons I think that Harry wants to go home. But anyways, back to Omid's movie here. It's a big deal for him. This is a star moment. He is working with the experts, a feel-good movie. I think that he does expect to make Meghan look good, to make the heroine look like a proper duchess, and he is expecting that the movie will make a lot of money. You can look at this as Omid. I see this as Duchess card, but it could be Omid with all his money. This is Omid in LA to making his deal with the devil there. He's got all the money in the world. Yeah. Well, you wonder, Megan will probably be there. How much you want to make a bet? The red carpet there. You know how Omid has to let her go. Yeah. Yeah, he just wants. But imagine Omid's the star, not Megan. That would bother Megan for sure. But Megan cannot stay away from a red carpet. She's going to have to be there. She's going to show up. Yeah, he just wants them to clean up his mess like they always do. Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. So looking pretty good. Yeah, Omi expects to make a lot of money from this. He's getting expert help here. It's a feel-good movie. Omi feels like a star. So what's going to suck about this movie? What are people not going to like? Oh, so there's going to be a lot. There's not going to be anything about what brought Meghan to. In the movie, it's going to be just this publicist fell in love with a prince, not the reality of what Meghan and Marcus Anderson and the Soho House and her yacht girl days and Misha Nunu and all that. They're not going to talk about the real story about how Harry and Meghan met in a bar in Soho, right? They're not going to talk about that and the fact that Marcus Anderson and Oma Scobie were once boyfriends, right? That they were once dated each other, I heard way back when. So there's a lot of interconnected. You're not going to hear about that kind of thing. You're not going to hear about the plotting and planning to get this girl into the royal fold here. Yeah. Scooby Doo's red carpet. Yeah, exactly. What a disaster that'll be, huh? The pictures on that will be nastier than ever. As isn't homesick, he's short on money and ego. Yeah, yeah, I believe it. Rachel's on a no entry data fly list. Yeah, that'd be good. I hope that's true. So what will help the movie be a success? Oh, Queen of Wands reverse. Yeah, so what's going to help is that Meghan is going to be, Megan's going to be the star of the show, even though it's not her and it's not her exact story. It is her story. So she's going to get a lot of attention. And of course, everybody hates Megan, except the Sussex squad who just love her, but only because they're getting paid to. And if the money runs out, they'll hate her too, I'm sure. But anyways, Megan and people who hate her and love to hate her will make the movie a success. And that is the main reason Omid Scobie's movie is going to do well, it seems. We'll find out how well it'll do. But I do think it's going to sell. People are going to watch it because they want to see the Meghan story and react to it and see how accurate or inaccurate it is. And they're going to use the clips of it to make fun of it. People are going to hate watch it, right? They're going to hate watch it. They're going to ridicule it. Et cetera, because, Meghan is such a scoundrel. She's such a scandal, infamous woman that people are going to watch it just to, because she's the topic of it, right? Oma Scobie has been with her from the beginning, so he does know a lot, and maybe we'll learn something that we didn't know, some small story or other. I don't know. I don't think it'll divulge that much, but maybe a little bit. Is Meghan directly involved in this movie? And I get 4 of Cups reverse, so I get a no. I think that, obviously Meghan is constantly on Omid Scobie's, back and telling him what to do and say. But in this case, I get that he is more free of her influence because, of course, he's giving it to the real experts over here to do the job. So Meghan is not a direct influence on the making of this movie, which is probably why it will be successful. We'll see how successful it'll be. Yeah. The experts said, hell no. Yeah, no one's going to listen to Megalodon. So I think Megan's pretty much out of it. I guess maybe she'll get an advanced viewing of it. But again, it is a fiction. It's about it's based loosely on her. So, so they're not really talking to her about it. So what's going to happen next? How is it going to go? Oh, the Emperor. Look at that. Whoa. So I do see a lot of support from powerful governmental or just people in large institutions. I think that Netflix or whoever's making it, who's the studio behind it? I don't know. But whoever it is, they're going to be promoting it very strongly. And I think that it will it'll be properly released. It'll be done well. So it does look like it could be very popular. I mean, I don't know popular, but it'll be very prominent, put it that way. And in the long term, oh, Seven of Cups. Well, it will be one that is spoken about and shown all over. It'll flood the internet. We'll be flooded with stories and gossip and pictures, and you're going to be sick of hearing about it by the time it's over. It's going to be like Scobie's book, completely inflated. Too much. It's going to be too much publicity. It's going to be overwhelming. You're going to be sick of hearing about it. By the second week, you're going to be like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to hear any more about it. But it's going to go on and on and on and on because it's got a lot of very strong backing here. Powerful governmental connected people here, maybe deep state, CIA connected, or globalist, however you want to look at this. This Omid has very powerful backing here with this movie, so it is going to be very prominently put out, and so everyone will see it and be talking about it. I wouldn't say it's necessarily going to be a loved movie or not a feel good movie. It's not going to be, but it will be prominent. I mean, I got a major arcana, so it is going to be a big deal. It is going to be a major push, a major film, a major flick. They're going to be a lot bigger than you would expect for Omid Scobie movie. It's going to be heavily pushed out before it fizzles away. Yeah. It's going to be a lot more better funded and organized in how they release it and handle it than anything Harry and Meghan have done, that's for sure. A lot more than you would expect for Omid Scobie, that's for sure. And maybe it's going to be shown at the White House or the palace or somewhere official, maybe showing it. Yeah, rewrite history. Meg is the DEI. Yeah. I don't see him making a ton of money though. He's not making a ton of money out of it, not like he'd like, but it is going to be, it's going to be a good notch on his IMDb bio, that's for sure. Yeah. Yep. So that will be good for him. It'll be a successful year for Omid Scobie, at least. Man, people got to be so tired of hearing about Harry and Meghan at this point. I think everybody is going on, going on 7 years. Yeah. It's like, oh my God, enough already. Yeah. Well, all right. There you have it. Any other questions before I sign off? It's been about an hour, so. Yeah, will it be Netflix? I don't know if it's Netflix. I don't know who it is. It's somebody big though. Somebody Omid has some big backing. That's all I gotta say. He's got some powerful backers here for sure. Very well connected. All right, so there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a happy New Year's Eve. And until next time, I got a movie coming out tomorrow morning about Sussex Squad you may find interesting. But until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful evening or a wonderful day. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.